You know, this is a video I don't want to make. This is a subject I don't want to have to be talking about. I hope I am wrong about this. I want to preface all of that before I start going into this. Now that I have said that, it's possible we've already seen a worse closure than the shit that has happened at Great Adventure. It's possible we have already seen a worse closure. 2 of them, perhaps, even. And I'm going to get into that. So, I want to be clear about where I heard this from, so that it's clear to everyone where I heard this from. So, when I was at California's Great America, I met up with one of my followers. It was awesome hanging out with you, by the way, if you're watching. But anyway, so I met up with one of my followers at California's Great America, and I was clued in to a rumor regarding the fact that Worlds of Fun might have closed for good. You're probably hearing that and thinking, oh, this is really outlandish. And again, I hope I am wrong. And so that it's clear to everyone where my follower heard this from, it was from Don Helbig, who drew attention to the radio silence from Worlds of Fun on Twitter. So essentially, Worlds of Fun has not tweeted since November. If I look at their Twitter as of today, this is what I see. You can see they have not tweeted since November 8th. They didn't even bother themselves to send out any sort of happy holidays messages in between November 8th and now. So it's been 2 months since they last tweeted. And, if I look at their website, this is what I see. What should supposedly be the busiest day of the year, they have listed as closed. Yes, officially they have not released their calendar yet, but they have this on their website right now. Now, you're probably seeing all this and you're being like, you're really reaching here, Willette, because, they're repainting Mamba. They have training schedules out for 2025, as I have seen some of my followers point out when I have been tweeting about this. They have pointed out that they have trainings for 2025. But here's the thing, because, this is someone saying their friend who works at Worlds of Fun has trainings, so it depends what department their friend works in for whether this is a good sign or not. Because if their friend, say, works in security, I would think that they're gonna want security to prevent urban explorers, as painful as it is, from going in there. So they'll want security staff. It's possible they pull a Geauga Lake and open Oceans of Fun without having Worlds of Fun open, and they just have not wanted to address it yet. And they can legally get away with it because it says subject to availability. So if they say, hey, your Worlds of Fun season pass that was for Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun, sorry, it's only Oceans of Fun. Another counterpoint that has been made to this is that as for the real evidence, which is the 2 things that I showed you, is that King's Dominion and Michigan's Adventure do not have their park calendars up. Now, King's Dominion, they have been a lot more active on Twitter lately, so I'm not at all concerned about King's Dominion being closed. That plus, they're getting a new coaster, so, I'm not that concerned about the fact that King's Dominion has not done it yet, but Michigan's Adventure has also been radio silent for quite a long time and has not tweeted any sort of happy holidays message even. And here is Michigan's Adventure's Twitter for context. They have not tweeted since December 15th, and that has been almost a month at this point. And generally these parks will tweet some sort of corny happy holidays message. Back to the Worlds of Fun rumors. To say what I have heard the maintenance guys are saying from the person who is my follower who heard it from Don Helbig, who heard it from the maintenance guys. Like, I'm putting that out there as a caveat because, like, I mean, I really hope I'm wrong about this, but, like, to put in what level of source I am, I'm being very transparent about it. But to put what they said out there, they're saying that the park is not profiting. And I'm just going to say my take on this. I believe it. Like, when I went there, we are talking during the eclipse in 2017. It was the day before the eclipse that I went there. So we're talking a region that had full totality in that eclipse. So it was a region that a lot of tourists were going to see the eclipse. And the park was closed the day of the eclipse because it was a weekday and it was that point in the season where, the park was closed because of the eclipse. So the day before the eclipse, you would think that people arriving, you would think that it should have at least been pretty busy with tourists, right? How about I rode Prowler more than 30 times without getting off? Patriot and Mamba were walk-ons all day. And this does come with the caveat. This is a sample size of 1. But it does have to be addressed that, on a day where the park should have been packed with tourists, theoretically, the park was dead. So it's very believable that the park is not profitable. And seeing what Mr. Zimmerman and his ilk have done to Six Flags Great Adventure, you know damn well he would pull a stunt like this if he felt Worlds of Fun was not profitable enough post-merger. Same thing can be said about Michigan's Adventure, where he would close the dry park and just operate the water park, pull a Geauga Lake. I hope I am wrong about this. But, with the Kingda Ka rumours, I tried to use logic and say, they wouldn't close a ride like that without giving it a send-off. And, they would not be demolishing a ride in addition to a bunch of rides that they have already filed demolition permits for. They wouldn't deal with the bureaucracy of going to the permitting office twice to get demolition permits. But sure enough, logic does not apply with this new company. So we have to take all rumors at least a little bit seriously, no matter how outlandish they may be.